Not to join the hit parade. She's still 0 for 2. Still got a chance to join it right here as Burr's the first pitch to her on the way up and out of the zone. 1-0 count now. Same thing for Hannah Morgan last year. Kind of took her a few games, maybe even a month or so to really get started. But, boy, once Hannah Morgan gets started, she gets very, very hot at the plate. As Burr goes into the windup, 1-0 on the way. That'll be low and away there. They'll try to get Henry Lacking down there at first, and she's back in time. 2-0 count here at the plate. As now we'll see Morgan step back in, working in a plus count of 2 balls, no strikes. Burrow comes set. Here's the delivery. This one well up down the left field line. It'll go all the way to the wall. It's foul? No way that ball was foul. That hung inside the line and actually hit the foul line. And the rule is I interpret it, Troy Wyman. If a ball hits the foul line, it is fair.
Yeah, it should be the fair line.
Yes.
Technically. That's really far down there in that left field corner. I can't tell for sure.
I got my glasses on. I got my second set of eyes on. Yeah. I thought it was fair.
Terry Martin certainly thought it was fair, and he's got it. He's much closer to it than we are. So Gorlocks get lucky there because that might have been the 8th run for Piedmont.
2-1 on the way. It'll be low and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, I'll stand by what my initial thought was. That was a fair ball, and that was hit all of probably 200 feet. As it landed all the way down there in the left field corner. Again, home plate umpire with the mask on. You got to give him the benefit of the doubt. Just a human error there. If it was indeed fair like we think it was. 3-1 on the way. This one hit right back up the middle as they'll try to get the play at second. And they will get Henry at second for out number 1. So a single in the center and then an 8-6 put out is how you'll score that one.
It actually goes as a fielder's choice.
Oh, yes.
Unfortunately, right, it does.
Bad luck.
That's just bad luck there for Hannah Morgan.
Yep.
As it'll decrease the batting average but increase the on-base percentage. And now up to the dish, it'll be Hannah Smith. Nonetheless, I got the 8-6 put out part right. But not unfortunately, the fielder's choice. Again, y'all have to pardon me. I'm too used to calling baseball as I still got that mindset in, as that'll be a strike on the outer half to Smith. No balls, 1 strike here. It's Hannah Smith on the day, 1 for 2. She has reached base twice. She reached her first time via an error. She got a single her last time up. She scored 2 of the 7 Lions runs. 0-1 on the way to her, up and way out of the zone there, even us up at 1-1. You know, it's odd we're seeing here Hannah Smith. She swings it from the left side usually, but actually a switch hitter. Still swinging it from the left side against the left-handed Braden Burr. 1-1 on the way to her. This one fouled back right over behind our heads. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Again, the Lions looking for that elusive 8th run. They can get that one. That will end it here early as the Lions have the potential to run rule the Gorlocks and move on to game number 2 of the doubleheader. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss there. Morgan's taking off for second. Good slide. Did they get her? They did not. Hannah Morgan will swipe second base as that'll put a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And up to the dish, it'll be Lauren English. Lauren English, her last time up, we thought she was retired on a 3rd strike bunt, but instead able to work a very good AB and actually able to work a triple, which drove home a run. First pitch to her and away, low and away. It'll catch the zone. 0-1 count now.
Back to Hannah Morgan on the stolen base. She's 4 for 4 on the year. Definitely not the fastest runner on this Lions team, but she knows how to pick her spots. And that's a smart, like you mentioned earlier, smart base running is just as valuable as actually just being fast.
And a good slide there from Morgan as well. Same pitch, same result there to English at the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. Here with 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Lions lead the Gorlocks from Webster University 7-0. As the Gorlocks trying to hang their first 0 since the first here for the Lions. This one chopped down the 3rd base line. It'll go left of the bag and foul. 0-2 now. As Hannah Morgan will trap on back to second. Again, you'd figure anything semi-deep out there in the outfield, if it can find some green grass, be able to score that 8th run. As Burrow comes set, 0-2 on the way. This one hit back into the plexiglass. We'll do 0-2 for a third time. And Troy, it seems like Braden Burr has had the most effectiveness out of any Gorlock pitcher today. Or maybe it's because she's throwing it from the left side. I don't know what it is, but
yeah, it just changes up the look for all the hitters, maybe.
As the 0-2's on the way from her, that's up and out of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. I think it also has to do with she's probably thrown the most strikes, most I guess strike percentage we should say there out of any Gorlock's pitcher we've seen thus far as well. As Burr rub the ball in the left pants leg. 1-2 on the way. This one hit out to center field. It was hit a ton. Jackson's going back. She'll find it there for out number 3. That's the first 0 in the bottom column we've seen since the first. Lions still lead 7-0 heading to the top of the 5th inning. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. All right. Brett Loftus, Troy Wyman here back at the Walker Athletic Complex, top of the 5th inning, as Martina Malik still inside of the circle. 7-8-9 due up here for the visiting Gorlocks of Webster University. Macy Allen in the ball game to play short. Drew Graham will move over to third, as stepping off of the dish will be Lauren English. So we'll see Macy Allen move into that 7-hole in the lineup, as again she'll assume the duties of playing short. Drew Graham moves over to third. Lauren English out of the ball game, as due up here for the Gorlocks will be the backstop of Paige Thomas.
And
as Thomas 1 for 1 on the day, she is one of 3 Gorlocks to get a hit on the day. Pardon me, 1 of 4, rather should I say. As the first pitch to her on the way, catch the inner half, strike call number 1, 0-1 count now. Martina Malik only giving up 4 hits, as she's been able to spray them about up and down the lineup. Haven't been able to get them in bunches. 0-1 on the way. This one chopped down the third base line, foul. 0-2 now. And I think that's the biggest thing, Troy. When you give up hits, you just can't allow them to come in bunches like we've seen the Lions do offensively. Malik been able to limit them defensively.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Greg Maddox comparison earlier. Like, Maddox was going to give up hits, but he just wasn't going to give up 3 or 4 in a row.
0-2 on the way. This one chopped down the third base line, foul yet again, 0-2. Greg Maddox never threw a perfect game, never threw a no-hitter. He always pitched to contact. You'd always see C&I singles out in the outfield. But he was always throwing strikes, and that's how the term Maddox came about in the majors, which is a complete game shutout under 100 pitches. So now Malik into the windup, the 0-2 on the way. Good pitch there on 0-2. This up and out of the zone to move it to 1 ball and 2 strikes now.
We might have to pen our own little saying to pitch a Malik instead of a Maddox.
As Malik, you don't see her work too deep into counts either, as we hadn't seen a full count from her today. 1-2 on the way. This one chopped down to third. Diving attempt there from Drew Graham, as it'll still go left of the bag and foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Graham not afraid to throw her body around there. She got hit on the wrist earlier by a pitch, and that didn't phase her there at all.
Yeah, Drew Graham, as you mentioned there, one tough customer. Might put on a pair of Wrangler jeans after this one. No free ads. 1-2 on the way from Malik. That'll catch the outer half. Ring her up. The fourth strikeout of the day for Martina Malik. And out number one here in the top half of the fifth inning.
Ever since we've started saying that Martina pitches to contact, she's like, you know what, I'm just going to start striking people out.
And she's gotten 3 strikeouts since we've said that.
Yeah.
It's now with 1 out. The second baseman, Sidney Holtz, will step in the right-handed batter's box. Holtz on her day 0 for 1. First pitch to her, chopped to Drew Graham at third. She'll gather up, throw to first. Good throw, good catch over there at first by Kiera Taylor for out number 2.
Number 11, Lucy St. John.
It's Lucy St. John, the freshman right fielder, up to the dish now. She'll swing it from the left side. She also had a hit her first time around, 1 for 1. That's crazy to think about. St. John will complete only the second time through this Gorlock's lineup. As that'll catch the outer half. No balls, 1 strike. As Malik will look down at the wristband, and she'll come set. 0-1 on the way. That'll be way off the plate and in the dirt. Even us up had 1-1 now. American flag starting to pick up a bit out there in left center field. It's also worth noting Hannah Calloway out there playing in right field for the Lions. As the 1-1 is on the way, this one sent back up to Malik. Hit off her ankle. That'll be an infield single. So now with infield single, that'll turn over the lineup card here with 2 outs. As it'll be Shayla Iniguez. When they go out there and check on Martina Malik, as Hannah Morgan goes and checks out on her, Malik will laugh and give a high five to Morgan, as everything appears to be okay. And it does seem so Hannah Morgan will return back behind home plate. That's only the 5th hit of the day. Lucy St. John accounts for 2 of those in a 9-hole, Troy. How about them apples? Able to go 2 for 2 in the bottom of the lineup. Seems like the top of the lineup is really what has plagued the Gorlocks. As the first one on the way from Malik. This one sent out to right center field. Becca Stegmar trying to dive for that one in the gap. Cannot get there. Calloway backing up the play. They're coming home with it. Won't cut it off. Play at the plate. She's out! What a relay there from Calloway to Smith to Morgan to get out number 3. Goodness gracious alive. The defense we've seen from the Lions today has been immaculate. Heading to the bottom of the 5th inning, Lions lead 7-0. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Troy Wyman here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Here at the Walker Athletic Complex as the Lions lead the Gorlocks from Webster University 7-0. As leading us off here will be the now right fielder of Hannah Calloway. And she'll send one down the left field line. It stays fair. She'll round first and a leadoff single here and a hard hit ball down that third base line. We'll also see a pitch hitter here as Jenna Broach will pitch hit for Kennedy Votava.
Hannah Calloway, 1 for 1 on the year. That's her first at bat, and she got a single to go for it.
Hard hit ball, too, there, Troy Wyman. Hey.
Oh, yeah.
She might be trying to play her way into the starting lineup.
Well, she just replaced Buckner, who's got her first hit and her first RBI of the season. She's like, hold on, I want that position. I want to play right field.
First 2 hits of the year for Taylor Buckner today. She got a single and a double. As the first pitch here to Jenna Broach. This one hit a long ways, deep down the right field line. It'll stay in play but go foul as it one hops the wall. No balls, 1 strike. As Jenna Broach got into one, and maybe on a windy day, if she can straighten that one out, it'll leave the yard. Instead, we'll have an 0-1 count now.
Well, Terry Martin's definitely eyeing that 8th run to try to end this game early with these substitutions. With a little more power here with Jenna Broach at the bottom of the lineup. He wants to get out of here early.
Yeah, take a longer break in between games than maybe what we would have, as the second game slated to start at 4. As Callaway taking off for second, she'll get in there in plenty of time for a stolen base. As we had a ball called at the plate, even count of 1-1 with no outs. Callaway stands on second. Jenna Broach hit the dish. Now Broach has a serious chance and a very good chance to end the ball game here.
It's Callaway's first at bat, but she's used as a pinch runner quite a bit. She's looking to score her 6th run of the year, and it would be the walk-off winner if she can come home.
Wouldn't be surprised if she tries to swipe third here. As this one sent out to right center field, it keeps going. It'll be caught by the right fielder, St. John. Callaway will tag up. She's coming home. Throw home. Got her.
9-6-2.
Trying to be aggressive there. As St. John good cutoff throw and then a good throw from Holtz to get her at home. And now that'll turn over the lineup card with 2 outs and bring up Becca Stegmeyer.
9-6-2.
And again, got to be aggressive on the base pass, but sometimes you got to wonder what's too aggressive.
It's easy in hindsight to say probably should have left her at third, but it was a close play.
Right.
Terry Martin, he likes to always be aggressive regardless of the situation, and he wanted to make the Gorloks make a play, and to their credit, they did.
And they had to make a perfect play as well, especially with Hannah Callaway. Now she'll be retired at the home plate, and now up to the dish, it'll be Rebecca Stegmeyer.
Yeah, it took a perfect relay throw from Holtz at short to make that play, and to her credit, she did. So I think that's one. If you're Terry Martin, you tip your cap.
0-1, hit out just over the head of Croxell at second. As Becca Stegmeyer began the day over 2, has now reached via a walk and a single. As now with 2 outs, the Lions still have a chance to end it here. Is up to the dish, Drew Graham. That was the 11th hit of the day for the Lions, as they've been knocking them all over the yard. Been able to knock quite a few in. They need just one more to end it here in the 5th. As Burr comes set. Her first pitch on the way. They'll try to throw it down to second. Stegmeyer, she'll be safe at second. As she almost got up and ran to third. Ironagis thought they got her. And the throw beat her, but I think the deal was what a slide from Stegmeyer to kind of slide there in on the back end of the bag. The part of the bag pointed towards center field, and that's why they didn't get her. Don't know what her call at the plate was there. 1-0 count now. It's coming set. Burr, this will be up and out of the zone as well. Again, wouldn't be surprised if Terry Martin sit Stegmeyer second or third. 2 balls and no strikes to Drew Graham here with 2 outs.
Yeah, he just got 1 runner thrown out at home, and he said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to steal another base then. It doesn't scare him at all. He's going to continue to send runners and to push the issue.
2-0 on the way. This one up and at the dome top there of Drew Graham. She'll work ahead, 3 balls and no strikes. Again, Drew showing she's not skittish. Already got hit up that way once. She didn't move too far out of the box there. It's definitely a hitter's count here at 3-0. Comes the delivery right down Broadway. Drew had a red light that time. She'll work it to 3-1 now. Here with 2 outs in the inning. Braden Burr trying to prolong the game here, as she'll need to get this 3rd out. 3-1 on the way. Drew sends this one out to right field. That ball's traveling a mile, and that'll walk it off. Rebecca Stegmeyer come home to score. Drew's going to third. She'll end up at third with a triple, as that'll make it an 8-0 ball game, and that'll be our final here in game 1 of the doubleheader. Lions 8 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. No runs on 5 hits, 1 error there for the Gorloks, as Martina Malik pitches another gem, as she'll get yet another win on the year To be exact, that'll put her to 3-4 on the year. Lowered that ERA a bit as well. Troy, what a team performance there from the Lions. Great defense, another great pitching performance from Martina Malik, and they hang 12 hits on the board.
Yeah, that's what they needed. They went 1-6 in Columbus, and like you said, they improved now to back to 500. They're 8-8. They're better than that record would suggest. They just played a lot of really good teams to start this season, handful of ranked teams that have really tested them and put them in situations that they weren't comfortable in. So those losses earlier in the year are going to set them up for success later on against a team like the Gorloks, where we saw them play really solid defense today. We saw everybody get in on the action, even some players coming off the bench like Hannah Calloway there with the hit in the last inning. A total team effort, like you said, Brett, and it's good to get something rolling in the right direction after, a couple weeks ago. They've had a couple weeks now to prepare and get ready for this one, but you need to get something rolling in the right direction, and hopefully this is the game that does that for them.
And again, we're tentatively, our next start time is going to be at 4 p.m. as the Lions win Game 1, 8-0 over the visiting Gorloks of Webster University. Troy Wyman and Brett Loftus will both be back here for Game 2. Again, we got about 40 minutes until the first pitch of that one, so we'll take a break. You guys do the same. We'll be right back here in about 40 minutes. Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube.